Okay, we're off to Silicon Valley to visit the SAP Center. This is Rinks around the league. Let's go. Hey there, welcome back to Rinks around the league. I'm your host Jeff Nash, and on this episode, we're off to San Jose, California to visit the SAP Center, home of the San Jose Sharks. Construction of the SAP Center started back on June 28, 1990 and opened on September 7, 1993 at a cost of $162 million. It is owned by the city of San Jose. The rink was largely publicly financed, with $156 million coming from public funding and $35 million coming from private funds. Its seating capacity is 17,562. Its scoreboard measures 24 by 17.6 feet. SAP holds naming rights in a 5-year, $16.75 million deal. Average secondary ticket price ranks them 31st in the league at $94. SAP Center, affectionately known as the Shark Tank, is located in downtown San Jose, which is a quiet city just about an hour south of San Francisco. This rink is as simple as it gets when compared to other rinks around the league. The two bowls are only separated by a small suite level, which brings the crowd so close to the action. The building overall isn't that large, but there's no real bad seat in the house. They of course have the Shark's Head that the team skates out at the beginning of every game, and this Shark's Head would be the first of its kind in the NHL. It debuted on October 14th, 1993, during the first home game in the building. That Shark's Head was the first of its kind, and it paved the way for other structures for teams to skate out under. During its 25th anniversary, SAP Center underwent some pretty major renovations. It's a very clean, polished, and simple rink. It definitely is unique to the league. Now, the main thing that I really appreciate about SAP is the design of the rink. Everything about SAP is edgy, and I mean that literally. And I believe that's by design to match the Sharks brand identity. Let's start with the outside of the rink. The exterior of the building has lots of edges, triangles, etc. to go with the vibe of shark's teeth or shark fins. Even its roof has a prison-shaped piece that runs diagonal. And if you use a little bit of imagination, it can give it a shark fin look to it, and the rest of the roof make up the side fins. The front entrances are made up of triangles and leading edges. Even the exterior building skin or covering is corrugated steel to again continue that rough shark skin look to it. That corrugated metal can be found even inside the elevators inside the building, as well as other spots inside the building. Even their scoreboard has a metallic edginess to it. The corner pieces of the screen are those long tooth-like polished steel plates. Even the striping of seat colors gives the appearance of edges. Even when you walk up to the main concourse, you see the exposed concrete of the seating area to give it even more edges around the rink. Now, with all this exposed concrete, you would think the arena would look pretty drab, but not really. They combat this by having some well-polished and finished flooring, as well as some large open-air concourses. As you can tell, this is a very simple but very effective building design that matches the Sharks branding. And on top of that, it's loud in there. Now, most NHL rinks have some sort of sound baffling to dampen the echo in the building. Usually these are curved pieces of sound-reducing fabric, but in San Jose, they don't use any of that. It's just exposed roof, which means the sound gets reflected right back. And with the building being so small and compact, the fans can really blow the roof off. They also have a really good in-game presentation and on-ice projection, and a really cool LED bracelet show during the playoffs. Now, aside from all that, is there anything I don't like about the rink? Not much, to be honest. It's a very crisp-looking rink. And with ticket pricing at the bottom of the league, it's a very affordable way to watch some great hockey. The Sharks continually ice great teams that make deep playoff runs. Now, the only bad thing about SAP is something that you probably won't experience anyways, but that's the press box. When they built SAP, they forgot to include an area for all the press and media to work. Now they built one, you just have to take this really convoluted way up to the top, and once you're up there, it's literally in the roof, and oftentimes you'll have beams right in front of your face, so you can't see the whole ice surface at one time. Now, those who work in the industry will easily say that that's the worst press box in the league, but it's probably the only thing that I'll complain about that rink. In conclusion, SAP is a fantastic and very simple hockey venue. Cheap tickets and a good on-ice team makes it a very good option for families. A great team name and brand makes this a slam dunk for hockey fans. Well, Shark fans, let me know your thoughts. Do you like SAP? Would you want a bigger, more modern day rink? Well, that does it for this episode of Rinks League. On the next episode, we're heading back to the Sunshine State to visit Amalie Arena, home of the Tampa Bay Lightning. As always, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at _theRinks, on Facebook at The Rinks, and on YouTube at Rinks Around the League. Hit subscribe and ring that bell. 2017 NHL playoffs, when we arrived in San Jose and we had our morning skates, there appeared to be some gamesmanship going on between the two teams. It started with the nets off the ice and the lights off. And being a former ice tech, I'm thinking, well, they're doing that because they want to keep the ice good. You know, you turn off all the lights, you kick the nets off. It helps with the ice maintenance. When the lights didn't come on and the nets weren't put on, you kind of thought, well, maybe they are playing some mind games. So after the morning skate, some of the team staff were looking around and they asked me to help find this camera that's up in the roof. They wanted to take one of the towels, one of the playoff towels that were on all the seats, and drape it over top of this camera because they thought that the San Jose staff were using this remote camera to kind of spy on our practice. We went up into the press box and we found the camera. We eventually found it, and we draped one of the towels over top of the camera so the team couldn't watch us practice. So that was kind of a cool story in that rink. And sure enough, when we came back for game time, the towel was removed and they had their camera back.